Tim Tebow there earlier, Cam Newton there earlier. Now, Rich, look who you have.
Thank you very much, Andrew and Carol. Appreciate it. Look who's right here, back in Indiana. Back in Indiana, Mr. Golden Dome himself. Of course, here by way of San Francisco. Joe Montana. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. How about a Super Bowl in the state of Indiana? Do you ever think you'd ever see something like that?
You know what? I haven't been inside the stadium, but it looks pretty sweet from outside.
It is beautiful. Yeah. It is really, really nice. And of course, your name is on a lot of people's lips this week because Tom Brady grew up idolizing you, and he can match you the number of Super Bowl rings if he can win this week. What's your relationship with Brady like, Joe?
You know, I've talked to Tom a number of times. Actually, he came up to the house once early on in his career, but you know, we're friends, but it's nothing special. He's doing his thing out there, and he lives a long way away.
But what I mean, I'm sure, has he ever, I guess, verbalized to you what you meant to him as he was going through his maturation process?
Well, when we first met, he did, and then he's just fun to watch. You know, he's just a guy that sort of kind of went through the similar things where I went. You go to a school that, you know, it's hard to match numbers with kids coming out of school. And one of the guys that I was coming out with threw the ball 55 times, and you know, he gets taken in the first round. If you're throwing 55 times a game, we're throwing it 19. That's kind of hard to keep up number-wise. So I think he was in a similar situation. And you know, you get to Michigan they were sort of like us. You're going to pound it, and you're going to throw them, but not like that. So it's good to see him have success coming out of the Bay Area. Good kid.
Yeah, Joe, what was your record against Michigan?
I don't remember.
Did you get him a few times?
We didn't play him that often.
No?
Yeah, there was a lull. Yeah. There was a lull in the series, and then Bo and Holtz sort of brought it back to prominence.
We didn't play. We played them as a freshman team, and we went up there to play in that big stadium as a freshman team. It was not pretty. I didn't have a very good freshman year. It was not. I mean, I was getting punch blocked and run back. I was everything that could happen. That's why I tell my kids, I go, look, I had the dubious honor of, there were 7 freshman quarterbacks when I got there on scholarship. And I worked my way all the way to number 7 by the end.
Took me a year to get to 7.
Took me a year to get to 7, but I did it.
Okay, listen, let's cut right to the chase, because this morning we start off, one of our topics is best quarterback ever. And Joe and I were just together at a function over at Candlestick, and when I introduced him, it was as the best quarterback of all time, did I not? And I believe that. But now you have the discussion, and it is more than Tom Brady. It's with, you know who they are.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Tom from the Bay Area he could get more playoff wins than you. Number 17, if he wins this game, he could tie you with Super Bowl rings, and his number and his career resume will be in that discussion. So forget about what the analysts say. Forget about what we say. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. What does Joe Montana say? What does Tom Brady have to do to be in that discussion for best quarterback ever?
I don't think he has to do anything. I think he's already there.
Whoa.
When you look at the things that he's already accomplished, and at the age that he is, I mean, obviously his numbers are going to continue to climb. And you look at him, you look at Drew, and there's a lot of guys. Aaron Rodgers, in there, Peyton, if he makes it back. I mean, there's a lot of great quarterbacks that are out there playing right now. And you know, it's never. I never really thought about it until one day, and Sammy Baugh. I watched some video of Sammy Baugh. That was crazy, phenomenal. I mean, I was blown away. I said, okay, you know, how do you compare those guys back then to even when I was playing to now?
Is it wins? Because he was 7 championships in 10 years.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So, and nobody mentions his name, but because nobody's seen him, and it's always about, you know, what's happening now. And Tom's playing phenomenal, and he's the key to the game as far as I'm concerned. If the Giants, you can't get to him, you don't have a chance to win.
A couple more questions for you. On Saturday, the Pro Football Hall of Fame new class will be announced. Mr. D, Eddie Bartolo, is a finalist. Pound the table for Mr. D.
I'm going to tell you, he changed. When he came along, he changed what the future of the football was going to be like in the NFL. His mannerisms, his ability to put together teams and be willing to spend money to bring in the right people like Bill Walsh, and at times where like guys are doing now a little bit more, where you're filling in teams where they won to the 5th Super Bowl with a lot of guys that came from other teams. He made the 49ers. You would talk to people at the Pro Bowl or when you'd see other guys on the offseason, oh, I want to play for you guys so bad. I hear Mr. D's like the best person to work for, and the system we ran and the practice. I mean, guys go, tell me they say you don't put pads on in 2 days. They go, no, every now and then we put shoulder pads on and we time up some run stuff and then we get out of them. And everybody was looking to be a 49er, and I think that says it all to him. I mean, he did the little things that made it great for the players. And I mean, it's a little thing, but we're flying DC-8s, right? The big long pencil, and everybody's kind of squeezed in. And you're coming back, especially after a game, terrible. We go into travel, the thing breaks down in 81, and we said to us, hey, look, we're going to fly DC-10 and everybody, so we take the first trip and we win, and everybody in the locker room after the game, they're not talking about the game, where everybody's screaming, DC-10, DC-10, right? So, and he goes, all right, I'll make you a deal. You keep winning, you got the DC-10. Well, we went undefeated on the road that year. So we flew the DC-10 and that's it. But those are little things. And I mean, he cared about the players. And obviously, he wanted to win more than any of us. So it made you want to win for him just for the things that he did.
And he could go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this weekend. Before we let you go, talk about how you were here with Volkswagen. Steve, do you know that you can catch a pass from Joe Montana
Sprint ride option?
and reenact the sprint ride option, the catch? All you got to do is go to RollingStoneRockWeekend.com. You go to the Volkswagen once-in-a-lifetime experience, the Volkswagen Rolling Stone Rock and Roll Fan Tailgate Party, and catch a pass from you.
We're going to do 8 people are going to get a chance to reenact the catch, and then 2 of them, I'm actually staying for the game this year, and I'm going to watch with the 2 fans. So.